International Women's Day is celebrated every 8th of March across the world. It is a day set aside to celebrate the achievements so far and a call to action to every person to stand for the rights of every woman and for gender equality. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fayemi Abigail and you can definitely call me Fake Girl. Today, to evaluate how far we've come from the times where women were not given the right to vote and to the times where we were given the right to vote, from where we were last year and to how we are now. Come along with me as we ask few people some riddles to test. How far have we come? Do people really think women in this time and age can actually occupy positions that are categorically meant for men? How far have we developed? How far have our thinking come? How much opportunities and rights are women allowed to express and achieve in this day?
Woman knows virtually everything
Everything,
to
yeah.
really run that empire.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So the riddle goes thus. A father is about to bring his son to a job interview, applying for a position at a large stockbrokers company in the city. Just as they arrive at the company's parking lot, the son's phone rings. He looks at his father, who said, "Go ahead, answer it." The caller is the trading company CEO, who says, "Good luck, son. You've got this."
What?
The son ends the call and once again looks at his father, who is still seated next to him in the car. How is this possible?
Uh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. Yeah. The CEO is the guy's mother.
That's serious. I don't know how that will be possible because, like you said, the
Yes.
father is beside him,
Yes.
and then he received the call
Yes.
that good luck, son,
You got this.
It's not possible.
Having said that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear a CEO? Do you think is a man or a woman?
Anybody can be saved.
But in this scenario, what are you thinking about? You've automatically thought that the father is the CEO, and whereas in this situation, the
Okay.
mother okay,
Okay.
is the CEO in this situation. And in life now, when we talk about gender equality or gender balance, we have a scenario where years ago, Oprah Winfrey was being paid $22,000, and our co-worker doing the same job, he was being paid $50,000. And when she walked up to her boss to like talk to him, what's up now? Like, what's this issue about? And man was like, do you have children? What are your responsibilities? This and that. Do you understand what I'm saying? How improved do you think we are nowadays compared to,
Concerning
yes,
gender
concerning to
equality.
gender equality, equal pay, equal opportunities?
I think we are actually getting better compared to then. Then, as you said, male are more preferred. I mean, being paid as per you see them as they are
Alpha people.
yes. But now, looking at now, things have changed. And then we see women up there doing mighty things. We see women in great places too,
Yeah.
doing exploits. So I can say we are improving when it comes to gender equalities. Even now, like tech now, let me take tech as an
Okay,
instance.
yes.
Before now, male gender, just see them there. They're
Definitely.
mainly male.
Yes.
But now we see female in tech and they are doing great.
In that scenario, which his father was right beside him, telling him to go on, son, to pick the call. That means there's something behind. Yeah.
Okay, quickly, I'm just quickly going to break it down to you.
Okay.
What do you think when you think about a CEO? Who do you think it is more of the gender place? Is it a man or a woman?
A man, sorry, a man. Yeah.
A man.
Yeah.
But in this case, the father was right beside him, and the CEO of that trading company is his mother. That's why she could call him and say good luck, and she called him son.
It is possible maybe because the person is very much older
Perhaps the person is very much older that you can father him, and we have some elderly people that uses that word to younger people.
End of the day, it seems like the father is part of the board. Probably it's possible for that company to be a family business. In the context of Nigeria, son does not necessarily mean biological father or mother. But in this context, we can say peradventure the mother of the boy is the trading CEO.
So how do you think in this period and this dispensation,
Yeah.
how do you think there's that gender equality
Okay.
between men and women when it comes to the position of authority? Because normally if you hear people say CEO,
Yeah.
you just think it's
It's a
just a
guy.
man.
Yeah.
Do you understand? How do
Yes.
you think it has with your answer? It feels like you can you can gender equalize people
Yeah.
with a position. But how does it feel? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
How is it now in the environment that we are in?
Okay.
Yes. How do you see gender equality? Has it improved or it has declined?
Okay, well, I actually think that, like you said, when people hear CEO, people think it's a male. And I
Yes.
think it's because, there are some positions that we have kind of, uh, assigned some genders to operate, or we think that they do better at such positions, even though it doesn't necessarily mean that. So, gender equality, talking about gender equality, well, I think I would like to talk about it from the perspective of ethnicity and
Okay.
exposure. In Nigeria, for example, we there is, I mean, patriarchy rules. It's a man's world. I mean, well, you can say that the whole system is rigged against women, sort of. But then when you have people, that have traveled far and wide, they've seen different places, they've studied with, foreigners, they tend to see that women can actually, do stuff that men can equally do, even though, yeah, there are still some things physical that is definitely. I'll give an example of of this current situation going on between Ukraine and Russia. It was said that all the men between 18 to 60 have been drafted into the army. I mean, so the gender equality or the gender equality people are now saying, what about the ladies? So there are ladies in the army. So yeah, gender equality, you know, it's it only has to be. It can only get to an extent. It cannot, you can't get gender equality 100% because yes, there will always be a difference between a man and a woman.
Okay, is there any woman in your life? Not not
I have a
specifically
mother, I have a sister, two women, two important women in my life. Yes, I do.
that you would like to make a special shout out to.
Okay, yeah. I want to make a shout out to my mom, to my sister, yeah, and yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe Mary, Maria. I think it's the same. Yeah. So yeah. Hi.
In those days, there was a time where in those wars, women had to stand up, fight for their rights, even for the right to vote. In those times, where women were not allowed to work, any woman that was working was ridiculed or shamed for not being in the kitchen or for not bearing children, or for one thing or the other. How do you think we've evolved from those times to this present day? Our involvement. Yes.
In I can say though I'm not too old, but due to the stories and the histories that we have had so far, I can say that things are better off now. Women now have not totally equal rights, but they also have a voice now. Unlike before that, families, especially the fathers, they will be telling their wife that they prefer to have a male child, But nowadays, you can see that even female do. There's this saying that what a man can do, a woman can do better. It is happening everywhere now. That even female are even doing much more better than male. So I can say now that in this time and age, that women are really having a headway. And for example, I would like to mention the name of Dora Quille of blessed memory, and also this woman. We have women that are having a headway now, because even the men have come to realize that they are cheating themselves by not allowing their women to work or to do any business or to contribute to the growth of the family.
Is there any other woman around you that you just like, not necessarily blood related, but you just like to give a special shout out to?
Ah, not necessarily blood related. I would have loved to say my mom first.
Yeah.
I would have loved to say my mom. I would like to say, can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Okay, I would like to make a shout out to my mom. She is indeed a woman to be emulated. I love her because she has done so much for me. She has always been there for me through thick and thin. I can say she's my pillar, my prayer partner. I love her so much. I love my mom so, so, so much.
Do you think we've evolved as the human society from the time where were not allowed to vote
Okay.
to this time of gender equality or gender balance, job opportunities, equal pay? How do you think we've evolved from 1944, 1914 days?
Well, we are still struggling in it. It's not yet over. There's still the difficulties in the gender balancing of a male and a female in Nigeria, most especially Nigerians, because most people believe in men than the other gender, which is the female gender.
Do you believe in the female gender?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Are there any women in your life, not particularly that you have blood relations with, but women that are in the society that you think they've made impact, or they've shown women that you can be strong, you can be better, that you would like to give a special shout out to?
Yeah, yeah. First of all, my mother, Alice Daniel. Shout out to her. And also the second person, the professor of the University, Mrs. Olutayo David Mfolusho. Shout out to her also.
It's better to put a female that is capable and that will deliver in a leadership position than putting a male there because he's a male, even when he's not having those qualifications.
All right, thank you very much. So you really want to give a shout out to Dr. Mrs. Okonjo Ebiala.
Yes.
Thank you. Is there any other person you want to give a shout out to?
For now, let us leave it there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Women in your life, I just want to give a special shout out to.
Let me give myself a shout out.
Okay,
Well,
what
I'm
is
still a work in progress. Yes, I'm still building some things. But yes, I'm trying and I believe that what I'm doing, the energy I'm putting will yield one day. So my first shout out to myself over the grace of me. Yes, you are doing great and you should continue doing great. So the second shout out goes to Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. She's really doing great, and I admire her. I admire her energy. I admire everything she does. And then the third one goes to, I'm currently a part of a foundation going on now, and the foundation is Whitefield Foundation, and then the woman, the CEO is Miss Fumi Johnson, and then well, I do not know her personally, but then I've seen her do some things, and I really admire her a lot.
Throughout history, women has had to fight for the rights we enjoy today and in this time. I mean, some lives were lost, some battles were won, some were lost. And with time, some men stood up and rose to the occasion to stand with us, to stand for our rights as women. And over time, though slowly, but some improvement has been seen. But we still have a long way to go. So I encourage you to stand for the rights of every woman around. I mean, could change the world one step at a time. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. See you in my next video. Bye.
Woman knows virtually everything to really run that empire. I'm doing what I do. I protect, provide, and profess. The three P's that a man show love. So if you're not providing for your woman, you're not protecting her, and you're not professing your love for her, what you doing? And the two